This isn't gonna work well.
It's fun.
If you'd like to change things up a bit and become successful, watch this.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? It's time for The Dirt Show with your favorite host, The Dirt Guy. And it starts right now.
Hey, welcome to Dirt Guy Drive Time, the show where I drive around a little gassy. When you're done with this video and your life is transformed beyond measure, you need to share, like, and subscribe. That's all I ask. Share, like, and subscribe. Hey, I wanted to mix things up today. Instead of, talking about like alien invasions and all kinds of weird crap and ranting and being kind of wah about construction, lately there's been some things we've been talking on Drive Time that I just want to sort of in a pseudo-serious way communicate to my massive YouTube viewing audience, because I have found a way to deal with what goes on around me, and I'm becoming more happier, and based on my definition of success, I'm becoming more successful. Now let me ask you this. Who's got a better chance overall of becoming more successful? Somebody that's bitter, that expects the world of people and gets hurt when they don't get what they want, people who are abusive, people who are mean, people who are wah-wahs, people who are depressed, neurotic, yada yada. Does that person have a better chance of becoming successful? Or what about somebody that's generally in a good mood, generally doing good things for other people, or at least putting good out into the world, not getting offended by every word that comes out of everybody's mouth because they understand they can't be directing that at me because I'm perfect, and there must be something wrong with them. Hey, that's one way to look at it. But I guess if we want to become more successful, we want to have that discussion, we should probably talk about success. What is success? What do you define as success? For some people, success is making a lot of money. Some people, it's having a big house. Some people, it's like having a sexy spouse. Some people, it is being a sexy spouse. Some people's success is being able to eat an entire large pizza in one sitting. I don't know. What's your definition of success? Because I'll tell you what I mean by success. I want a better quality of life. I want to be able to get through my day without wham, like everything didn't go my way. I want to be able to enjoy my life and spread some love and joy to those around me. To me, if I can do that, I'm successful. You call it what you will. I'm going to call that success. So I came up with 3 things, and if you've been watching Drive Time, Dirt Guy Drive Time, you've seen these 3 things mentioned before. Now, I'm sure it's kind of hard to identify them, lost in all the comedy and all the ranting and all the alien invasions and junk. I'm sure it's kind of hard to spot these. So I'm going to just, we're going to go through it real quick, kind of like a summary of these 3 tips. And I made up some catchphrases for these too, all right? And make them easy to remember. The first one is give good, get good. Here's where I get this from. In nearly every religion that I can think of, there is some component of you reap what you sow. You get back what you put in. Treat others the way you want to be treated, blah, blah, blah. All these things that say, you're going to get back what you put in. And so we come up with a new one because I like to be original. And that is give good, get good. What this means is out in your life, try to do good. Try to put good into the universe. When you put good into the universe, good's going to come back to you. The opposite of give good, get good is this. I belong to the Model Railroad community, and somebody will go on the Model Railroad forum and they'll ask a question. Hey, what color black should I use when I'm painting my black stuff black? And there's people on there that'll go, hey, when you're not so stupid you don't know what you're talking about, you come back and ask a question. Whoa, what was that about? Or like some gal will have her little fashion show on YouTube, let's say, and she tries on some kind of a dress or something, and let's say half the people like it, half the people don't. Then half the people go, yay, you look hot, woo, sexy in that dress. And the other half are just too cool to say anything about it. Versus that last 1% that's like, oh, you look like a fat cow. What are you even wearing that for? I can't unsee that now. Those people are dream killers, quite frankly. In every situation that you can, You just do good. Do the right thing. Doesn't mean you're perfect. Doesn't mean you're going to get right every time. Doesn't mean some mother is going to piss you off. It happens, right? Just do good. Put good out into the world, and then you should just naturally expect to get good back. Not enough people putting good out there. A lot of people just putting crap out. We put out good. So that's the first thing. Give good, get good. One example of putting good out into the world is something easy. You can share my videos with your friends. Here's the second way to become successful. And again, something that we talked about on a drive time a couple episodes ago, hidden in an episode called The Code. Yes, I'm bringing the code up again. You want to become successful? Lower your expectations. One of the things that gets us all upset and gets us all butthurt and whatever is we set our expectations too high. You know, you expect people to treat you a certain way and then they don't, and then you get butthurt. Or you expect, you know, when you go to work that your boss is going to be in a good mood and give you a raise. So then when you go to work and your boss is in a bad mood and he tells you you suck, you get all butthurt, right? All right, so here's the deal. If you go to work and expect your boss to tell you you suck, but then he comes in a good mood and gives you a raise, boom, I'm happy. If we lower our expectations, we have less of a possibility of becoming offended and crying and being a little whiny bitch like I normally am. So I've lowered my expectations. Not so whiny anymore. Kind of digging the life thing, incidentally. Lower the expectations. I was gonna say expect the unexpected, but that just doesn't make any sense, so I skipped that one. And you know, while we're on the subject of putting good out into the world and setting expectations, the last one we need to consider is that hurt people hurt people. A lot of you have heard that one before, haven't you? Hurt people hurt people. That means people that are screwed up are going to act in a screwed up way. It doesn't excuse it when they do. When people act like complete morons, you kind of go, eh. But rather than taking it personally, like, oh, he doesn't like me, he doesn't like me. It's more along the lines of, that guy's honked up. That's why he's acting like that. It's not me, so I don't take it personally. And see, if you notice, there's this theme right here between all of these that is not about somebody else. It's about you. It's about me. I do not need to let you screw up my gig. I do not need to let you make me cranky at all. Of course, an example of hurt people hurting people would, of course, be me. You guys have seen the kind of videos I make. Let's put all those things together like in the real world. Putting good out and getting good back. I've got the opposite of that. There's a dude on a job site, and there was this cranky old man. Nobody liked him. He was just abusive and rude. I actually did a couple episodes about him. I'm not going to lie about it. Anyway, just did not put good out into the world at all, at least not on the job. This is a terrible man. Supposedly a religious man too. I don't know what his religion was, but I think Hitler's part of the church. But anyway, so come the end of the day though, his job is running like crap. It's running terribly. It's never gonna get done. There's all kinds of problems, all kinds of errors, all kinds of damage. And why do you think that is? I think it's because that cranky old coot could not put any good out and he was reaping what he sowed. He was just getting crap back. And so I think that's the opposite in a real world example of giving good and getting good. Give crap, get crap. I mean, you can't take money out of a bank account you haven't paid in, right? So how do you expect to withdraw good if you haven't deposited good? On the other hand, if you're depositing crap, what do you think you're going to withdraw? What do you think is coming out? Crap. There's another real world example for you, lowering your expectations. Let's say I believe I know what's going to happen as the outcome of a phone call. So when I see the person's caller ID show up on my phone, I'm like, damn it. I don't want to answer the phone. I don't want to talk to him. I don't ever want to talk to him again because, it's going to be terrible. It's going to end tragically or whatever. I'm going to lower my expectations and just know that it's going to be crap and that I'm going to accept that it's going to be crap and then answer the call. It's like, hey, dude, how's it going? Hey, can you come take care of a favor for me? And it's like, yes, I can come take care of a favor for you. Boom. My expectation was set down here and then this happened. So I guess what I'm getting at, and again, not too heavy on the funny today, more heavy on the today. What I'm getting at here is, if we want to actually be successful people, if we want to have a more successful life, if we want to have actually a more successful kind of world environment, when you think about it, just think about those three things for a minute. Give good, get good, lower your expectations, and of course, hurt people, hurt people. And just think of a situation you can apply that to. Suddenly you're gonna realize that by giving good, some kind of way it's gonna come back to you. By lowering your expectations of what other people are gonna do, you're not gonna be so offended all the time. You're going to genuinely be at least content, if not more happy. Makes it easier to put good out into the world and get good back in that case. And then, you know, when people are being jerks to you, and you stop and think, you know what? It's not normal to be that kind of a jerk. There must be something wrong with that person. So I am not going to be offended by it. I'm not going to take it personally. So I don't know. Like I said, I just wanted to cover some of that with you guys today. Just try to take it up a little notch on the class factor. I'm sure next week we'll be back to ranting and wah-wahing and everything else. So hopefully there's something you can get from these three simple steps towards your success, the success of the people around you, and the success of our planet. And they're this: give good, get good, lower your expectations, and hurt people are gonna hurt people. And all three of those, with all three of those rules, if you do what I'm suggesting, you stand a much higher possibility, much greater possibility of having a higher quality of life, making the lives of the people around you a higher quality, introducing this sort of cosmic good fortune into your own life, and boom, done, more successful. All right, so anyway, that'll do it, I guess. I'd like to know if you try these three tips for success. So let me know what happens. Let me know the outcome. And just put it down there in the comments for this video. Subscribe to my channel. Make sure you like this video. And if you know somebody like that's in the recovery world, or somebody's having a hard time coping with some things, I want you to just share this video with them. Yeah, right there, boom, putting good out into the world. Anyway, share, like, and subscribe, and make it a great day. And I'll talk to you later. Lower your expectations when you watch one of my videos. Seriously, they're not that good.